Hi guys, it's Cindy with Pups and Crochet, and I have a few updates for you. I know I haven't been on lately. I've been dealing with some issues. I did a little short video of Fernando, who you're going to meet in just a minute. But I have been under the weather, so I am sorry. I want to first thank all our new, I don't like saying subscribers, but family to our Pups and Crochet. I hope you'll stay with us. I'm gonna start doing some tutorials and things like that, and I just love coming on here and sharing with you and talking with you and reading your comments. And I have met the most nicest people in this yarny world. And yes, I am a yarnaholic. I wasn't, but now I am. And it's actually about 2 in the morning, close to it, something like that, 1:30 something. And I'm just kind of needing to talk, guess, show you some things. But before I get started, I do want to do a shout out to Stefan at Pond and Garden Sanctuary. He has his site on here, and I ran into him and I started listening to him. He talks about his koi ponds, he does gardening, he does all kinds of things. And I was on his live one that I was talking with him, and he was talking about his koi fish pond. He answered questions. He's very sweet, and he does all different things on his channel. He's doing gardening, he's doing tanks, he's doing about fish, and you should check him out. And it's Pond and Garden Sanctuary. So if you want to go give him a hey, you know, Cindy sent me, be great, because I think he's awesome. And I wanted to give you an update about urgent care, which was my event that I was doing, and I had such a really bad time with them. And I also want to show you a few things. Well, first I want you to officially meet Fernando. I made him a star blanket, goes all the way around, and then I made him a hoodie, and then I made him booties. So he's my mascot, and he's got his little things, his little arms right here, so he can be a pimpin' teddy. Yes. And I even made the little ear holes so he didn't feel crowded in there. But this is Fernando. And I was wondering where I got that name from. Where Fernando popped in from my head. I don't know why. But then I realized the Golden Girls, Rose, lost her teddy, who was named Fernando. And then it hit me, that's where the name came up. So Fernando's gonna be our mascot along with the pups. So he wanted to be introduced. He didn't like just doing the short. He wanted to meet you all. So this is Mr. Fernando. And I wanted to show you what Robert picked up at the dollar store. Came out, showed me when I got home. Look at that color. It's called Peach, and they only had 2. I can't order it online. They don't have it. So I don't even know if they're going to get this back in at our store, because our Dollar Tree's a little out. But we might stop off at a different one tomorrow to see if they do have that, because it's such a beautiful color and I need more than 2. And then I know I was talking to you about how I was trying to find this stained glass yarn, and one of my friends, Amanda, who has started her own channel, Let me make sure I got it all right. It's Tat Mama. Oh, where did I write it down? So I did not forget because I have such a bad memory. Let me see. I know I have it here. Oy, don't you hate it when you write stuff down and you can't find it? I don't know where I put it. And I know I wrote it down, so I did not forget. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just lost in my own thought here. Because I know I wrote it down so I did not forget. Because my memory is really, really bad. Oh, there it is. Found it. Tat Mama 73 and the Bragg Brigade 3. She started her Loom channel. She popped in on one of our live sessions and we started talking and been talking ever since. So you might want to check her out. But I do want to show you, I worked up some of this into a star blanket to show you how this stained glass looks. Look at that color. I love it. And it really, really does have the stained glass look. I did it with a larger hook, and then I really didn't like how it turned out. So I used to a smaller hook, and I think that really gave it a lot more beauty. And, you know, so you all know, I don't know too much about computers and all that stuff, so I'm learning as I go. So I don't do editing. What you get is me. That's it. Okay, now I am done with my updates on that. So I'm going to get into my rant that I had. I ended up having to go back because urgent care refused to take me because they had pulled up my prescription list and it was, they seen that I was a chronic pain person. So, she basically told me that she couldn't help me. And I said, all that I want is an x-ray because my hip is killing me along with my knee. And then she saw that, looked at me and just said, sorry, can't help you. You need to just go and see your own doctor. I'm like, oh, okay, well, urgent care, I thought you were here to help people. And she's like, yeah, you know what? No. I'm like, okay. So we left, and then I ended up making an appointment on Wednesday. And it ended up being the only day Robert had off. So he spent the whole day with me at the doctor. It took a lot longer than we thought. I have to drive 2 hours back to my doctor's because they all know me. I have all my specialists. I have like 15 doctors for different things. And so I had to go to my knee specialist to have her check what's going on with my knee and my hip. So anyway, I get there. She sees the swelling in my knee that is just holding water. Don't know why. And that the arthritis has basically just ate them all up. And since she said that, she doesn't understand why my left knee is the one hurting when my right knee is the one that's totally gone. I'm like, because I'm weird. I'm backwards. What am I going to tell you? You know, I'm just made that way. That's me. Everything I do is backwards. Everything it's just what it is. That's it. So anyway, so she sends me down for x-rays. She comes in and she sits there and she's explaining to me and Robert that I have these bone spikes. She said up in the top of the hip where the joint is, where I'm having the pain, she said that they normally see, these are like a bone spur, but they're longer, they're pointier, and they go into the muscle. So they don't just sit on the bone. These are pointy and they go through the muscle. So they're called, what did I just say? Bone spikes. So I'm like, okay. She goes, but here is where the issue is. So she looked at showed the bone from the hip to the knee on my right side and said, now on the inside of the bone, on the inside part of your leg is where we're having the issue because you have got bone spikes going all the way down the bone to the knee. So we're going to have to do an MRI to find out what we're going to have to do with that. I said, oh, okay. And, and then she said, well, I'm going to do the shot in your knee. Well, normally they do steroid and they put the shot. Well, this time, or she splits it with steroids and cortisone or whatever, but it never really hurt. I've had so many shots, doesn't even faze me anymore. But this one literally made me cry. I don't know if it's because my leg was so bad in my knee there. I mean, I was crying. And I had already been almost crying in the x-ray thing because this is a new x-ray lady that's upstairs with the bone doctor instead of my regular x-ray guy that I see downstairs, and he knows everything about me. So she says, well, we're going to have to put your feet together after I get on the table and I lay down. Okay, which was really hard because my hip was already killing me. And she says, we're going to put your feet like this. I'm like, oh my God, tell me if you're going to do that again. I said, I have 2 steel or titanium screws in that ankle. It does not turn like that anymore. She goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, so my eyes are already watering. Get back in there. She does the shot in my knee and literally tears just started pouring down my face. I was like, that hurt so bad. And she goes, oh, it'll take a couple of days to get all the way through. And actually, I did feel better today. I took it easy yesterday. I didn't really do anything. I just did some sewing, talked to my friends, and then I just basically relaxed. So, that was that. And then, well, my point was for the urgent care. Well, after we had drove back, we had to stop for gas so that we made sure the car was full before we pulled home. So we stopped at the gas station. Well, while he was in there paying for the gas and stuff, I got a call. Sorry, there's a fuzzy. I got a call from a number in my area code. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be somebody around here that I know. And it was a guy from the urgent care. So he calls me and I said, can I help you? And he goes real fast what the name was. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying. And he said it again really fast. I said, okay, slow down and tell me where you're from. I said, if this is about another car warranty, I don't have a Corvette. So you guys have got the wrong number. He goes, no, I'm from the urgent care. I'm like, oh, okay. He said, so I got your email and I wanted to just talk to you about it. Well, I had already had a rough day and I was holding up as best as I could. And I'm talking to him about that nurse. And I said, well, they sent in a nurse practitioner. They didn't even send in the doctor. I said, and we did get there a little late, but we were at the store. I was hurting so bad. It was in the same parking lot, so I came in. Figured how long would it take to do an x-ray? 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes for just a hip x-ray. I said, so I asked her for an x-ray. She said, well, let me pull up your chart. And I asked Robert if he'd run to the car to grab my medicine list, because it's a lot easier than trying to tell them because I have so many. And she goes, oh, don't worry about it. I already have it. So she's connected to the store, the Walgreens. So the minute she pulled it up, she looked at me and and I told him, I said, she pulled it up. She saw I was a chronic pain patient, whatever you want to say. And once she saw my medical list, she looked at me and the first thing she said was, I can't write you a prescription. I said, okay, I don't need a prescription. I have a pharmacy at home right here. I don't need any more prescriptions. What I need is an x-ray. That's what I asked her for. And I said, she told me that they weren't going to help me. They sent me back, told me I needed to go to my doctor because she couldn't do anything. And he said, well, I'm going over this because I need to know exactly what happened. And I said, well, that's what happened. I said, and I had asked her, I wanted the x-ray, and if it showed anything, do they handle cortisone or steroid shots in this office? And she goes, no, we don't. I'm like, okay, normal question to ask, so I would know if I had to go somewhere else for that, if the x-ray showed I needed it. I said, well, now, because she refused to help me, because the first thing she says is, I can't write your prescription. I didn't ask for a prescription. And, okay, now it's welling up. I'm ready to cry. I'm already crying, actually. Robert comes out to the car, and he sees me crying. I'm on the phone. He's like, who is it? And I told him just a minute. And I told this guy, I said, you know, people don't ask for this. They don't ask to have this stuff break through on them. And I was 37 years old when it busted through, and when it busted through, it took over. I'm on my 15th surgery already, so if I have to go in again, it'd be 16. I have been gutted from top to bottom. I have titanium screws holding my ankle together. I have, you know, I mean, it's just, now I got bone shards or points or whatever they want to call it. I said, and my point is that I asked her for an x-ray. I understand that you do get a lot of people in that just want a prescription. Never mentioned that. I just wanted an x-ray. And I said, and she refused me. So now I made the appointment. I just got home from the doctor. Now because they had to do the x-rays there, I have to go back now, 2 hours back, to go get an MRI done. And he said, I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry that you went through that. I said, no. I said, and you know what? And he goes, but they were probably having a problem with the machine, or I said, no, man. I said, listen, I live in hospitals. Don't give me that song and dance about that stuff. I said, because you know what? It had nothing to do with that. It had to do with, they had 20 minutes left before they closed the office. They didn't want to have to do a 2-minute x-ray by, you know, warming up the machine, taking the x-ray. Then they would have to send it to the head radiologist to read it, then have it sent over to my doctor. They'd have to give me the results, blah, blah, blah. She didn't want to do it. She wanted to go home. I was the last one there, and that's all it is. So don't try to make excuses and try to cover it up, because in the long run, that's all it was. I said, and if I would have got the x-ray, I could have already had my MRI done on Wednesday when I went for, you know, that day for today. I could have went ahead and had my x-ray or my MRI done. But she refused to help me. And I said, and honestly, as angry as I am, I said, I would never wish a doctor to her the way she was to me, because I would never want somebody to have to feel that or feel downed because they're sick, and the first thing they think is, I can't write you a prescription. Didn't ask you for that. X-ray. So he told me, well, that's not how we work here, and that's not this. I said, then you need to have a talk. I said, I'm not looking to get anybody in trouble. I said, but you know what? Nobody should have to be treated like that. And if I could save one more person from coming into your office and not being made to feel like they're ashamed that they're sick or that they have these issues that they can't control, that's better for me. That will make me sleep better if it helped somebody. I said, because that was just awful. And now I'm in full-blown crying. My face is all swollen. It was just bad. But it is what it is. And people are going to be rude. They don't understand. And because you don't have a physical problem where you're like in a wheelchair or with braces or stuff like that, they see you park in a handicap because I can make it through the store, and then when I come out, my legs are so swollen or I'm in so much pain, I can only make it to those spaces. They give you bad looks, they give you bad this, that, because they can't see it, they don't understand it. And it's the same thing with depression and things, and it's just horrible that people feel like that. They should never be made to feel bad because they're sick. And, I can't work anymore, which is really hard. I mean, I'm disabled, so it's just really sad. I miss my work. I miss my regular people that I talk to all the time. But now I got my YouTube family. And we're only like 50-something people away from our 400 giveaway. And Robert bought something special to put in the giveaway for our 400. And I thought it was cute. He kind of goes with my theme of things and stuff, And he's having fun with it. And I'm having fun with it. But I just wanted to pop on because I haven't been on in a couple days. And I just wanted to let you know I am okay. And I did tell them what I thought. I told them nicely. You don't have to get uptight and swear and scream to get your point across. I don't want to lay my head down at night and have a bad thought in there where I can't sleep. At least when I do finally am able to sleep, I can sleep sound knowing I didn't hurt somebody. I never hurt somebody's feelings. I never said something that I can't take back. Because what you say stays in people's head. Sometimes they forget the good stuff, but the bad stuff stays in there. And then you have to just think to yourself, is that person worth it to take up space in your head? No, they're not. You gotta let it go. I got one fight left in me. I'm not wasting it on that. That's how I feel. And I just love you guys. I love reading your comments. I did notice, though, when I do giveaways, just so you know, that I'm not ignoring you, that I will give you the hearts on your things. But when I write back, it seems to cancel out some of the entries. So I'm not going to, on the giveaway videos, just so you know, I'm going to just give you guys all hearts, because I do read everything. And I think you guys are just great. And, but I did see that the comment picker doesn't pick them up. It kind of like scoots some off from how many comments are really on there, because I had wrote back. And then when they write back to me and I write back to them, it kind of cancels it out. So I'm not going to do that. So if you have anything to say, you can do it on a video. But the giveaway ones, I'm just going to give the hearts. So that way it doesn't cancel anybody out. I did not know that. I investigated it because I had more comments than what showed up on that video. And I mean, you live and you learn, you know, so you learn something new every day. But I want to send you all hugs and puppy kisses from all our new family members to the family members that have been with me since I started this. And it's just wonderful. You know, I just love everybody, and it's just so sweet. And I'm gonna let you go because it's getting a little long. So I send you hugs and puppy kisses, and remember, adopt. Don't shop, because there's many babies out there that need a home. And with that, I will let you go to my next video. Hopefully by then we'll be up to 400, because we're only 50 something away. So, you know, just like the video. If you want to leave a comment, comment. You don't have to share if you don't want to, but if you want to, share with your friends. Get them into our family. Maybe they can win a prize. I don't know. Never know. But I hope you all have a good, what is it, Friday morning now? So I hope you have a great weekend. And I send you hugs and puppy kisses. Bye.